Right, so we're back to the WIP Parade. I've been to the hospital for my checkup, and everything is fine. Got the new medication, so I've started on treatment and everything. But anyway, back to the WIP Parade. Those of you who are still hanging on, as I said, we've had to cut it into a few parts. We've got one crate left, a fat crate, but we've just got one left, okay? Honest gov. But guess what? It's already working, right? The WIP Parade thingy, to get me going. So after we did the WIP Parade, the previous, when we had recorded it, last part, if you remember, I showed you Chirpy and Sparrow. Okay, so we realized that Chirpy was nearly finished. Yes, that's Chirpy. Oops, sorry, that's Chirpy, if you remember it. And all Chirpy needed really was his backstage. So I thought, well, I'll take him in the car while Simon was driving, and nattered to Simon and everything. And look, he's a finish. Okay, he's not a full finish because he needs sorting out in his frame. But look, his backstitch is done and everything. I think because I started him kind of back in the early days, and I don't know if you guys find this, right? Let's not go too fast. I need to slow down. Anyway, because I'm excited. I think, right, that when you first start off, sometimes the backstitching is a little bit intimidating. And, I'm a person who, let's face it, I'm quite an experienced embroiderer, but I think that's what had put me off Chirpy. But then, while I was waiting at the hospital, Sparrow, hang on, let me get the picture. There's Sparrow. Remember him? I did a little bit more work on Sparrow. Look. So all we had, I think, was this little bit done. And I've done that. And to be honest, I reckon by tomorrow, this guy will be a finish. So that's good, isn't it? It just goes to show, I think this is what I'm hoping to get from the channel as well. By talking to all of you, sharing the work, I'm hoping that it will help to kind of focus my mind. Not tie me down, but focus my mind so that I get more organized and get more finishes. And I get to share them with you. Anyway, so that's that bit of good news. So let's see what else we've got. So, let's pull this one out. This one here, because I've even bought the thing to mount this one on. And this is another one, I think, which is quite advanced. Sorry about this. As usual, we have to do with the shuffling of the bags, I can't take them out in advance, as you know. So, this one here is, oh dear, where it is. Get it out the plastic. This one is Hive Rules. You've seen this one around. It's by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I do like this. They have like Christmas rules and other rules. Oh, a working copy. Let's see if you can see. Yeah. The light is a bit funny at the minute. So, yeah. So that's Hive Rules. And she has various other like designs as well around the whole bee thing. Dyed by me, Ada, and that's my progress. I went for quite an antique look with it, and I've changed up some of the colors. I think I'm using their colors, but like the turquoise of my bees there, I don't know if you can see it. Come up a bit close. It's got sparkly threads in. I do like a sparkle. But that one is, I've done quite a bit on there, I think. Let's turn it over again and have a look. Always, so I've gotten to. So I'm here. I'm almost pretty much halfway to there. So I have that to do. And then what I'm planning to do is mount it. This is not the exact one because that one takes a slightly bigger board. I'm going to mount it on here. Like I think that's how she shows it on the pattern, the finish. So it will sit in the middle here. And then I'll put a bit of fabric, to sort of bind it. And then I'll hang it like that on the wall. And I'm probably going to put it in my kitchen. I think that could be a nice place for it. So, but when because I've got some of her other patterns, right? I also bought, hold on. Let me just pop that to one side. Oh, by the way, the board, this particular one came from, oh gosh, what's that? Tiger, the Flying Tiger. Of Copenhagen. They're on most high streets and they sell all sorts of stuff. They sell it in different sizes and it was ever so reasonable. I don't think it was even £10. The other place you can pick up these boards, because I know they're quite popular for finishing off your cross stitch and your other projects, is in Home Sense. you know, which is the house version of TK Maxx. Although you see them around the place, but they're quite reasonable. And I've also bought from Etsy online. Some of those interior shops sell them quite reasonable. So let's pop that over there. Get that out of there. Whoops, sorry. Noisy. Let's just get that over there quick. But yeah, I have got some other Primrose Cottage ones. I don't think I've got them in here. Yeah, I've got some other ones as well. Because the other thing I picked up, which I'll show you because it's in the bag, is that. That is from the Works. As you can see, it's £3. And it's just a little wooden box. Got a cute little latch on, you know, so you can keep things in there. And I thought that'd be really nice for mounting a bee type cross stitch. Yeah, so I'll show you that. I'm always got my eyes open, you know, for bits and bobs when I'm out and about. Right, so what else have we got? Oh, this is a Christmas one now. Oh, well, we might as well. So this one is Christmas. I haven't got many Christmas ones in here. This one, I got the PDF off of Etsy. And I think, I can't remember, another Flosstube shouted it out. It's that one. You see there. I don't know if there's a better picture. It was a PDF. Oh, yes, sorry. Beg pardon. It's on the back. What am I like? There you go. That one. That's the name of where I got it from. Okay. And the tree here is actually applique. It's a bit of fabric on there. It has 2 pieces of fabric, you know, like a red and a neutral. And then you put it together with these large chunky cross stitches there. Very nice. Wasn't a difficult stitch, but I've still got it in my WIP pile. My problem with Christmas, right, is that I tend to start too late, you know, like I tend to put it off, and then when all the Christmas decorations are in the shop, and then that's the time when my business gets very busy, my art business. So like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? So this is my progress. Just get the board. So I've got it. My needle minder made by me. I didn't dye the red. I bought the red because I wanted a really rich red, bright red. So that's it. And the threads I'm using, the threads I was using on Beehive, by the way, Hive Rules, were just a mixture of CXCs, DMCs, and a pull from stash, really. But this one has got some silk in here. I'll have a look in this thread bag in a minute and show you. So that's where I've joined the 2 pieces together. Dyed by me, the bottom part. And I really like how that came out. Again, using my walnut stain, my walnut granules, and my method, which I will show you at some point. So you too can dye. Actually, looking at it on there, you know, I did do a bit of dyeing on the red. I did a little walnut as well to knock it back. But I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased. So I tell you what threads there were, quick. Yeah, so the threads are in here, in a bit of a mess. Oh dear, I've got it on this free. It's free. I think it's from Cross Stitch Magazine. I don't know. No, it was from, I don't know where it was from. So these, I'm using the Color colors. These are dinky dyes. So they're silks. Beg your pardon, because this cold is taken hold. Oh, since I've seen you last, it's gotten worse, but anyway. Yeah, these are the dinky dye silks, and they are so lovely to work with. They're just lush. There you go. Dinky dyes. I can't remember where I got these from. Online. They, you know, lots of people sell them. And it's 8 meters on there. 100% silk. The thing with the dinky dyes, right, is that, like, you only need 1 strand. The silk really fluffs up. And then I think there are some DMCs. But there's not many colors, as you can see. There's the DMC, which I think I'm using a CXC. Yeah. So those are all the colors there. Yeah, silk, beautiful to work with. The only thing I would say is make sure, sorry, I'm looking down while I'm talking to you, putting these back. Yeah, the only thing I would say, right, oh, sorry, needle minder. I know how we all love our minders, made by me. Sweetie. Yeah, the only thing I would say with silk, if you're going to be working with silk, right, you need to make sure your hands are nice and soft. I tend to nowadays always wear gloves when I'm gardening, washing dishes, dusting, anything. Because the thing with the silk, it sort of sticks to any little cracked bits on your hands. I find like a gardener's hand cream is very good if you use that on your hands. You know, just get into the habit of when you have a shower and whatever, you know. And I always have a little pot of hand cream in my, you know, with my stitchy tools and that. Or if I go somewhere, you know, I always do that. Because if not, even with your normal threads, to be honest, it's not pleasant, you know, because your hands get a bit caught on stuff. You have to look after your hands. So let me just pop that as quick as I can in here. So that one was by Quaint Rose Needlecrafts, and they're on Etsy. So let's move these on. Oh, so we have one more. I've only got one other Christmas WIP, to my knowledge. So I'm going to share with you. Let's move that bag over there. The bees, by the way, was in this bag. Because I like tote bags, because I can just grab the handles and go, you know. And that was from the works. It's just a shopper from the works. I just keep my eyes open, and if I see something that I like, especially a tote, I'm on it. So let's put that over there. So the next one, which again, you know, I don't understand. I think I took this on the road with me, and then somehow I don't know. I'm not making any excuses. It's in the WIP pile, and that's all we need to know. So this one here is another lovely one. It's called the Tree Lot. And it is by Hands On Design. You see it? I think I got it from 123 Stitch. Because you couldn't get it here at first, and I really wanted it. So there are 3 of these trees. You see how they present them in these little pots. I want to present it a bit like that as well. But I'm going to cut my trees into triangle shapes. And still have it like a stand-up with the stick in the middle. I'm not going to use those little pots. Although those little pots are cute, actually. Show you my progress. Oh, my goodness. I've got a cat killing my settee. Get down, Mr. Piccolo. Honestly, picky. Don't work with children and animals. Anyway, so that is my minder, made by me. This is a Permin. I don't know what count it is. I think it's a 14 count Permin, because I was going to put beads on. And I find that if you're going to put beads on, you need 28, 32, or else it sometimes gets out of proportion. So I've changed it up, because I don't think they had beads in theirs, but I've added beads and little pearls and spangles, you know, little sequiny things. Hope you can see it. Hope you can see it. Let me just put the put something behind it, if I can find it. Hold on. Let's put that behind. It's very beautiful, very pretty. So yeah, so I really like it. And let's look at the threads that I'm using. I don't know why I thought, in my head I thought there might have been some silk involved, but I don't think so. No, not silks. They are, let me see if there's, just looking to get them in a little bit of tidy order, because they're not on a floss drop. Colors are nice. I think I chose from Stash. I think what I did was look at the charts. Yes, I did. I chose from Stash. So there's a few CXCs in there. And then there's some no-name ones. They're the colors. See how they're luminous? They're just so attractive, aren't they? And pop on the black. In fact, that fabric is not black. It's like a charcoal, and it's a Permin. And I think I got it from Love Crafts. A fat quarter. Yeah, I think so. I do like Permin. They're a little bit more expensive, but it's a nice crisp finish. And what I was thinking of is putting mine on these. So, you know, when I finish the tree, so this would give it a bit of support. And then I put a bit of card in there as well to make it stiff, and mount them on these little things. And then I could still do a little decoration around here, couldn't I? And I could do a little something around there. These were from Amazon. You can get them on there. I think they're for like weddings and stuff, or parties, you know, holding name cards in there. They weren't very expensive. But I thought they'd be quite useful as well for other projects as well. So, yeah. So that's that. Let's pop that one back in. Quick. And move on. No, it's a pretty one, you know. I'm looking forward to getting. That's another one that I might pull out, you know, see if I can get it ready for Christmas. I'll probably do a Christmas in July with it. So that's that one. And while we're on Christmas, actually, this one is a finish, but not a full finish. I have gifted this kit. It's not a Rendell, but it's a Butty Threads. Christmas Star, I think it's called. And I gifted that to stitch it with my little Lauren and Kayla. I've got it now. And there was threads left over, so hopefully I have heavily customized this. Put it back there. You can see it, hopefully. The light is a bit funny in here at the minute. I don't know. I hope you can see. So that one, what I've done is I've added a lot of beads in there. Yeah, it is still available. It's a new one. It's online, so you can look it up. It's Christmas Star. I'm really pleased with that. And I think when I frame that, I'm probably not going to put any glass on it. And you see, I've added even that string in the middle there, this part here. I extended it down and I put some little star sequins on. It was great fun. And it stitched up really quick. I did that over Christmas. I started it when I was at Harrogate at one of the Christmas shows here in the UK. And I finished it before Christmas. So I'm pleased. It has a lot of beads and cute things. And it is a lovely one. And the kit was reasonably priced. I think I got it from Black Sheep Wools. But you can get it from Cotton Cob Crafts, which is my favorite. This one here actually is another one. I'll just show it to you. It's interesting. It's not a full finish, but this was my first ever cross stitch. Well, not my first ever, but probably one of my first cross stitches. And I have got my first ever one somewhere, but I don't know where it is at the minute. It was from the William Morris book. It's not finished. It's finished, but it's not finished. And what's happened is I aborted because I was going to be doing it. I can't find the book. That's the first problem. And the second thing was because it was still sitting on a frame. I found it in a box when we moved, right? I've just turned it. I've just put some spangles on. I added some beads and just finished off the bird. I had to kind of just make up the colors and try and match them as best as I can. And that is just going to be like that. I'm not doing any more. And I will either make it into a pillow or something. But that's not going any further. But it's still in the WIPs because it is not fully finished. So it needs to be fully finished. This is another one, not fully finished. This one I did when I was in hospital one time. I'll show you the board. No, I did not, sadly. Sorry, I've disappeared. This little one here, again, I haven't got the chart with me. And I can't remember. You know, I think this was free in that Prims magazine I showed you earlier. And it's going to be mounted on a smaller version of this board. And this is a sweet little one. Bless our nest. Cute. I'm going to put that in my hallway somewhere. I think that's nice. So that one was quite good fun as well to do. I probably finished that, yeah. I think I was on one of my hospital stays at the time. I did it in hospital. What else have we got? Okay, so this could have been in the designer focus because I think I have all of the tiny towns. But I thought I would show you just these because they're in my WIPs. Now let's do the best performer first, right? So this one again very heavily adapted and changed. Let me see if I can find the pattern first. Bear with me. Oh dear. Is the pattern still in here? Oh no. I don't think the pattern is here. I'm sorry, I might have to insert this if I can, but it's one that you're all familiar with. I've made it a lot longer. I've added more houses. I've changed all the colors, to be honest. So this is Honey Tiny Town. Yeah, I don't know where the pattern is. It's not in there. To be honest, it wasn't with. It's probably been filed back. Sometimes I file them. So I'm going to run it along. So let's get it there. Right? We move along the houses. There they are. So that's it back here. I really love this. I enjoyed it very, very much. And the bees, I put little cryonic wings on them. But I changed up all the colors of the houses. I even adapted the sunflowers, put them in different places. I changed the shapes of loads of the hives. I sort of went to town on it. I changed a lot of it, to be honest. And they've even got a pub. I gave them a little pub, look. Let me show you the pub. So cute. No, I enjoyed it. I like the tiny towns. And I think I'll change up all of them. Because I make them my tiny towns. Hang on. Look. So it's going to be framed. It's going to end up sort of like that. There's the bee in the bob. So yeah, that was great fun. And I finished that. That was worked on, because I keep forgetting to tell the fabrics, 14 count Ada dyed by me using just threads from my stash. So it could be anything. I think it's got all sorts in there. Sulky, DMC, CXC, whatever I had. And of course some Kreinik as well. Some Etoile, my favorite thing in the world. And I really, really, really had fun with that. I also made the little one. I can't remember what they call them. The like little. So this is still in the whips because it's not fully finished. Yeah? Simon will hopefully do that one for me. So this one here, I've just roughly pinned it on this spool because I'm going to display it on a spool. I cannot remember what they call these small ones. So like Tiny Town do the Tiny Towns in a row. But then they sometimes do these little ones. You probably shouting at me telling me what it's called. Again, I have highly changed it. I've added things to it, put more bees on and so on. Is she so cute? And I'm thinking to put it on a spool, but I'm not 100% sure. So I've pinned it on the spool for now, just to get an idea. But I don't know. I don't know. She's quite cute spread out, isn't she? She might make a better pillow. Because I think somehow you lose the beauty of the detail, but that's probably why it's still in with the whips, because I haven't made up my mind. So, and let's see what else. Oh, and I picked that up as well. I got that at Christmas time in the sale. I thought that'd make a cute little display for a cross stitch. Now let's see what's the other one. I'm sure there's another one in here. Which one is this? This is another Tiny Town, because I want to get all the Tiny Towns done. Now this one, I don't know if it's Seaside. Not got much of a start on it anyway. So this one is again 14 count Ada dyed by me, because it will match the size of the other one, because I'll extend it. That's the start. It's not much, is it? It's not good. And I think that one is this. Sorry, let me just get out the plastic. Come on, it doesn't want to play with us today. Yeah, I think it's this one. Seaside Tiny Town. Sorry, turn it properly so you can see it. Right, I think that's the one it is. That I'm going to make longer. I've got some plans for it. I've got some charms I'm going to put on it. And I've spotted some wooden sort of button things that with seagulls and an ice cream cart and other things. So I'm going to extend this one. And that one I would like to work on this summer, because they're really nice. They're really nice to work on, the Tiny Towns. If you have never tried a Tiny Town, I'd advise going for it. I found the colors that they recommend a little bit repetitive. You know, like it was a very limited palette, which is fine. But I wanted to add, so I added more, you know, colors and made more houses and changed up the colors of the houses to suit me. And all I did was pull a load of threads, you know, like, look. I just have a load of threads in here. Look, you see? Just ran those colors. And then I just, you know, I pulled them out kind of like, I use their picture as a guide. So I'm encouraging you to go into the long grass. Have experimentation and make it your own, you know. Especially if it's a small project, you know. You wouldn't want to do it on a big old full coverage, or I think that would be a bad idea. This one now, oh yeah, this is the other Tiny Town I've got. Now, I have got the other Tiny Town somewhere, but they're not on my radar. These ones were on my immediate radar. So this one is Halloween Tiny Town. I've made a working copy, ready to go. Okay, that's Halloween. And I have dyed this fabric and the needle minder I really love. Now, this needle minder, when I was clearing out Dad's house when he passed a couple of years back, he made, I don't know where this came from actually. I think it was a brooch that Mother had, and it was white and it was lace. But to me, I think it was supposed to be a butterfly, but I thought it looked like a moth. So I turned it into a bat. I dyed it, and this is the wonderful fabric that I'm going to work Halloween Tiny Town on. Dyed by me, Sparkle Ada, 14 count. So I think, as we're kind of talking about plans, I think I will pull this one out, the Tiny Towns, you know, and try and get some progress on them like we did with Chirpy and Sparrow. Because they're not that big, and I've got at least 3 other Tiny Towns in my stash, so that might be an idea, mightn't it? So we might bring that into the 4 for this year. Let me just get this away. I'm still making a big mess. It's still a big mess. I'll have to tidy up. Bearing in mind, we leave for Scotland in 2 days' time, yes? And I don't like to leave my house very messy. I don't like it. It makes me upset when I come home. I like a tidy house when I come back. It makes your heart sink. Because you're going to have to come back from your nice holiday and clean, and that's not nice. I'd rather clean before the holiday. So, yeah, all this lot I will want to, this afternoon, get them put away. Put away. So, let's just put that down there. Okay, so that brings us round now to Peter Rabbit. Now, I have got videos, you know, on Peter Rabbit, on Beatrix Potter Stitch Along. And I'm ashamed to say that I love it, and I have not been keeping up with the Stitch Along. So my first Peter Rabbit is not finished yet. Shocking. You know, I think, and a lot of people have struggled with the first one. The others are fine, because I think Hackett kind of, when they made the first pattern, I think it was a bit, the print was too fine, and also the backstitch was included on that chart. So I found it quite hard to follow in a smooth way. But they have since rectified that, because all of us, you know, and it's, these things happen, you know, because you don't know until you suck it and see. And what happened was all of us stitchers started stitching, and quite a few people called that out. So the next magazines, they've fixed that problem. So we won't hold it against them. The bag it's in, it's actually in the project bag. I didn't make it. Look, another piece of red bag, blue handles to go in Peter's coat. And I got that, I think it was about £3, £3.50 in Easter time. I picked it up in Asda. And then, because I like pretty things, I sent away for that as well, to keep my Peter Rabbit threads in, because, you know, they send you all the threads. So let's see how Mr. Rabbit got on. Let's hope he's in here. You know, that's just the threads, you see. So that's all the threads they send you. I keep them all in there. They need floss drops, really. And all a little tools in there, you know, like my scissors and that. So let's see how Peter is in here. Yes, he is. So he's not far off a finish. I just need to get on. I haven't worked on him for a while, and I really like the design. So I'm gonna, at some point in the next few weeks, just do a blitz, spend some time just Peter in it, and catching up a bit. So this is my progress. And I haven't got, oh dear, bad planning, guys. Hold on, let's see if I've got the, you know, I haven't got the picture in here. Shameful. I haven't got the picture in here. The picture is upstairs in the folder. But basically, all I have to do is this egg here. He's got some little flower stalks here. I think some daffodils and leaves. That's it. He's nearly finished. And then just his backstitch, and he's finished. And a little bit of cream here, just to give him a little shading. I did dye this fabric. They supplied you with 14 count Aida, but I used sparkly Aida. And I just did a little shadowing to shadow these colors here. But he's nice. I did find, as I said, the problem was, you know, where they've had put the backstitch symbols on it. You found that you were struggling sometimes to see the ones that fell underneath, what color they were, because there is a bit of shading and confetti in him. So we put him away. So yes. But I will show him again when I do my Peter Rabbit update, right? So then you'll get to see the full picture and hopefully some other finishes. Because really, he shouldn't have really been shown, because he will be in his special designer focus as we go along on the channel. So let's get rid of that one. What else have we got? Oh, so we have got a few mirabilias, not a lot. Now, the mirrors. When I first started, as I said, you know, like back in the day when lockdown was on, I sort of started picking up my cross stitch again. I sort of went online, because I didn't know anything about the modern cross stitch world, because trust me, what is going on now is not what was going on in the 80s. We had very limited choice. It wasn't like that. So I went online to see if I could find like some patterns. I didn't even know what mirabilia was. But anyway, long story short, I wandered off to AliExpress, right? And I bought some kits from there. I'm just calling it out. It is what it is. I did not know what they were. I just bought them. And I bought this one, which is supposed to be Mermaid of the Pearls. This one, right? Now the threads, now I know what a mirabilia is. The threads are quite different, these, in this thing. And it doesn't have all the chronic and the beads and things. They supply you with some shiny threads and some stuff, but it's not quite the same. Added to that, Bearing in mind, this one I started probably back in 2021. Madam here decided, Miss Inexperience, to go off into the long grass with this one. Because I think I found out by this time that there was chronic involved, right? So I thought, oh, I'll put some shiny threads on. And so I decided, so this is my progress, right, on her. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to start again. I think, because some of the mirror blades, you can't get them. So I don't know if you can go. So the fabric I dyed myself, 14 count Ada. I don't know. I'll have to revisit. I haven't picked it up forever. And I think there's some mistakes in it as well. So I don't know. Oh, the needle minder. Denkai Designs. Pretty and sparkly. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about this one. It could be UFO'd. I don't know. I'm not really worrying about this one this year. It's not really on my radar. I'm just going to leave it in the WIP pile and then come back to it at some point. So let's put that way in there. So, okay. See what else we've got. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just make sure I keep things together. I'll put it back in the wrong bag. And I don't want to get myself in a state, because if I would be lost forever. Right, what else have we got? Now, this one. I don't know if I've started this one. So this one isn't a memorabilia. So that's that one. I bought this on eBay. I like this one. And this lady, I think she said her mom had passed. And her mom, she had like some of the threads. So I'm just seeing what's in the bag. I had to get some of the threads. Yeah, she supplied me with linen as well, but at that time when I got it was quite early on. So she sent me some stuff that her mom had left over, including the linen, which is this dirty linen, which I didn't really fancy doing on that color, to be honest. I didn't fancy it. And then what I also did is one of my little things that I sometimes do is I did send away afterwards to Ali and got the kit of what they perceived to be that, to get most of the threads, just for the threads, right? So the threads, these are all the threads for it there. Let me just take them out the back. So I have a few of the DMC threads, but these are the colors for it. All right. And then what I will do, because I've got the legitimate pattern, I will then at some point go to somewhere like Art and Design online. And I will, if they have it, I will get the bead kit. Or I will buy the beads and the cryonic. But it just saves a bit of money just getting the threads. Because, you know, I've already got the legitimate pattern. So that's that in there. Now, I don't know if I'll put any stitches in, but I'll show you the fabric. I've already dyed and prepared the fabric. So that's the fabric there, dyed by me. I've also added some few special effects, because if you remember she was sitting in the tree, I put a few random branches, which I hope will peek out here and there. The green is a little bit more rich than it's showing there, but it's quite a luminous, lively sort of spring green. And I think her yellow dress will look nice on there. So that is her. Because in the pattern, actually, there are some branches, I think. Yes, she has a cherry blossom. Let me show you her again. And she is called Fairy of the Woods. The fabric itself is a 14 count. I've got Ada. I stitch on a mixture of Ada and linen. You know, what I tend to do is I start, sometimes like now that I am more happy and comfortable with the linen, I will start on an Ada sometimes, like the old ones or whatever. And if it suits the Ada, fine. If it don't suit the Ada, sometimes I'll just change it up. Right, who we got here now? Sorry. I think there are not many mirrors in here. I think I've got 4 in all. I've got quite a few mirrors, but I haven't started them because they will also feature at some stage in a designer focus as we progress with the channel. So let's see who we have in here. So this one is Shakespeare's Fairs, another very big favorite of mine, Nora Colbert. I just love that. I think that is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But I pulled out the WIP, which I'm going to show you. So this is my progress. And at first, I remember putting it down thinking, because like, I started, again, it was one of my earlier starts. And I kept thinking, I don't know if I like it now. I like the fabric. But this is on a 14 count Aida. And I was wondering if I should switch it up to a 14 count linen. But I really like the fabric. I like the dye. Look at it. It looks just like a tree. And I'll put a moon in. Where is it gone? Because they're in the night. You see the moon? And I think the fabric is so beautiful. I should persevere. And now I look at it, I don't mind it so much. I mean, it's a little chunky on the skin, you know, but I think it's not that bad. And the fabric is so good. I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to keep working it. This, it's got 2 manders on it. The Sleeping Beauty one at the bottom, that is Don't Step on My Needle, I think. And the other one there is either Denkai Designs or Michelle at Stitch Mania Stash. I cannot remember. I've also put some sparkles on this fabric as well. It has like some stardust on it. I don't know if you could have seen it when I was doing the dyeing process. You see, I added a bit of extra sparkle up in the trees. I'm looking forward to when I can start doing a few of my dyeing exploits to teach you a few things, you know, to share, give you some ideas. No, I think that's all that's in there. Oh, let's see if I can see the threads. I think I did the same with this one as well, guys. I think I sent away for the kit from China just to get the threads, because it did save me a little money at the time. At the time when I did this, I didn't know about CXC threads, that I could buy like the whole set, because probably I wouldn't have done it. But actually, it still makes sense because, you know, just to get the threads. For me, anyway. I know some people probably don't approve, but, you know, I'm only getting the threads, really. I'm throwing out the rest of it. And I'm still buying from the designer. So there it is. Yeah, so those are the threads. And the threads do match. It's just that, as I said, you don't get the chronic and the beads and all that stuff, you know? Because these mirabilias can be very expensive to kit up. And my budget doesn't stretch that far. They can be expensive. The patterns are not so dear. The patterns are quite reasonable. Oh, and it's sitting in a project bag made by me. Using Dexter stripes again. Tea towel. A linen tea towel, which I bought. And then inside. Yeah, fully lined. And I just using up my scraps on my fabrics. So I put that one away. Right, we're plowing through the crate, guys. We're plowing through. We're getting there. We're winning. We're winning. I'm so grateful you've all stuck with me through this. I don't think we'll be doing... This is a full WIP parade, right? We're not doing it like this again. I don't want to bore you to death. Oh, dear. But I think it was necessary, certainly for me, to get to grips, get my head around what is going on. Because, you know, the last few years, they've been sat in chests and boxes, and I haven't looked at them. Sometimes I go in there, but, you know, I needed to take stock. Now, this little lady, she has been a troublemaker. Now, I don't know where the pattern is, but I'm going to show you. I've got the bead pack, so I'll show you her picture. You will all know her very well. Miss Princess Eliana. Again, a Nora Corbett Mirabilia. I love her. Love her to death. So many people do. Oh, and these are her beads, by the way. It's her bead pack. I don't know how much it was. Again, from Art and Design. And I'm not going to take it out the plastic because I'm not opening them. And her little charms and everything. Now, this girl, I kid you not, is probably on her 3rd or 4th piece of fabric. The other thing about her is I find, because Lynn at Lancashire Stitcher, she's stitching her as well. And I commented to Lynn because Lynn said, and I'm glad it wasn't just me, Lynn said, I love this one, but for some reason I just can't get enough flow with it and I just cannot make progress. I'm not moving fast with it. Now, my situation has not been helped by the fact that I've started several times for various reasons. One of the fabrics I dyed myself and I didn't like the color. It was too busy. Then another one, we can't remember what it was. And I think there was a problem. I didn't like the count. And so it went on. So presently, she's on her final piece of fabric. I think this is her 3rd or 4th piece. And she is now on a 16 count Aida. She's been done in CXC threads. Very small progress. So that's her fabric, because I wanted her to run through a field, like a sort of mystical field, you know. There's her part of her skirt. I've only got a tiny bit there. And there's her dragonfly. I think that's by Denkai Designs. Now, the thing is, I think why she is such a difficult lady is that there's a lot of color changes and tiny ones. I mean, you can't see so much because unfortunately one of her other starts was quite much more advanced than this one. But you see, if you look right, you see there's a lot of this. This area is going to be a lot of these little mottled bits. And I don't know if that's what it is, but I've got the same problem. I find that I'm not picking her up. And it's not that I don't like her, and I tend to do her. But you see, why I got sent away for the threads as well, look at the amount of threads there. Look here. You see, there's lots of colors, and the colors are beautiful. Yeah? If I bring her back out, I will do a floss toss. Because what I did when I was dyeing it, I did a floss toss. So I took the floss with me into the dyeing room. But you see, those colors are going to look nice, luscious, spring-like, beautiful, spring evening, nice and warm. I think that's going to look good on that fabric. I didn't want it too dark. So, I don't know. I mean, I think of all the mirrors, she might come back out this year. Because I've joined a Facebook group called Mirror on the Wall. Lovely group. If you're into mirrors, it's a nice, lively group. People are always putting on there. Because I do have quite a lot of mirrors. And I need to get on the fancy ladies. And I would like to get to the point where I'm doing a little fancy lady stitching once a week, you know. But at the minute, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to start that this year or maybe just hold off till next year. You know, because I've got a lot going on at the minute with my Chris Duns and stuff. So, I don't know. So, she's gone back in there. Oh, Lord. I've left half of her gear outside. Sorry, let me just put her. All her pattern is here. I mean, I know you all know what she looks like. Oh, you saw her on the other thing, so I just leave it. Because we need to crack on. Time is cracking on. Let's put her back in her bag. Oh, I'll show you her bag as well. She's a pretty bag. Pretty. I made by me. It's got Lori Holt fabric on it. And it has texture stripe fabric on it. And it has a bit more of that lovely linen tea towel. Which I found, which I liked. So, made by me. So that's the top part of the bag. A little bit of machine stitching there. A little bit of feather stitch. Here's the front. I love it. I love this bag. It's cute. And I put a velvet ribbon along there as well. It was made specially for Princess Eliana as well. She's a princess after all. She's been behaving like a diva princess, I tell you. So that is the mirrors, right? Oh, and the other thing while I was showing you mirrors, I found this was in the bag. I got these for doing my skin on my mirrors, and they came from... Okay, I'll show you the things first. I do need to get some dark flesh tones, but at the minute, I've got the lighter flesh tones. These were sold to me as flesh tone colors. I'll see if I get them in an order where you can see them all together. Bear with. Yeah, I did some research on this, and it's silk. And I got them bit by bit because they weren't that cheap. So these are the light skin people ones. But I would like to get some darker tones as well. So we make it all multicultural, my mirror girls. And I know you can get them. So that's the name of the silk. Right? And it came from these guys in the UK. Lakeside. And I do buy from them. They're quite nice as well. They have an online shop. They do patterns, notions, threads, fabric, everything. Most of you know about Lakeside Needlecraft. They do cry neck and all sorts. So, that is the mirror section, right? So we now have, oh, we're getting there, you know, guys. I don't know what this is. Let's reach over here. Because we've only got a little pile here now in the half of the crate left. We're nearly there. Okay. So this one, pardon, is sitting in a bag made by my friend Amanda. For me, a project bag. And it's a cool bag because it's got an extended bit inside, like it can, it's got like a sort of bit, you know, that you can drawstring it. But it's so sweet. because we call her Amanda Llama. Anna Llama. She likes llamas. I think her dream would be to have a llama farm. She knits really well as well. Very great. She's my closest stitchy friend, my close crafty friend, and my best matey. Yeah, partner in crime. So, this one I'm stitching for my son, and I started it this year because he's into gothic things. And I saw this and I fell in love. I got it from Pandora X Stitch on Etsy. I think it's beautiful. Even though it's not really so my vibe. I think you could do a lot with that pattern. So we're on a Pandora X Stitch. Just, sorry. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, Pandora cross stitch. I think it's a lovely one. And I think it would be so nice with colors, you know, in the flowers. But we're not doing it that way because, you know, he's a bloke. He didn't want to color flowers, he said. So what can I say? So I'm hoping to get that finished. I would really like to get it finished for Christmas for him. And I'm doing it on a 16 count Ada, dyed by me. I was going to put it on a 14 count Ada, and I'll show you the piece of 14 count if I have it. Have I still got it in here? Maybe not. No, because I'm not going to use the 14 count anyway. I was going to do it on a bigger count because my son has got a condition which causes him to have like tunnel vision. So at night time in his house, you know, and he can see to walk around and everything and read and write and all that. But he does have a visual impairment. So I thought, will he be able to really enjoy it, or should I do it bigger? But then I tried it on the 14 count. So I started on the 16 count, and then I tried it on the 14 count, and I didn't like how it looked. So I went back to the 16 count. I think it'll be fine. So that's dyed by me, and I want it to be like a savage garden, a mystic garden, you know. I think I might have done a video of it actually, but I don't know. So I've made a small start. I haven't done much stitching on it. I'm stitching in DMC, which I bought 310. I have a cone of DMC. You can buy these on eBay here in the UK. And it's really worth doing that if you're going to use a lot, because you use a lot of black. I'm going to get the B5200, I think, which is the white, the bright white, in a cone form as well. It's worth it because it's good value for money, considering how much you would spend normally. I can't remember who I got the needle minder from, but I thought that was perfect. And it's called Skeleton Lovers. And it's very creasy. And I'm sorry about the creases. So let me just put that back in its project bag. Yeah, that one is a nice stitch as well. Not too much confetti. And what I'm doing is I'm doing all the black first, and then I'll fill in. Because the colors, I don't know where, hold on. It hasn't got a very big palette. The palette is very restrained. And it took me a while to figure out what color I wanted to fabricate. But I know this video is long, you know. I hope that you will, you know, pause it and come back to me. Don't give up on me. But I just wanted to show. Well, I needed to go through them all, really, to be honest, for my own sanity as well. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's the colors there. Yeah. It's quite pastel, actually, the colors that go in between the skulls. But a lot of it is black. Turn it around. Grays, pinks, a little bit of lilac. Yeah, that's it. So those are the colors, and that's a nice one actually, which I will need to. I want to try and see if I can get it finished for Christmas. So we put that in there and put it back in its bag. Put that also in its bag. So now we are getting down finally to seeing the end of the tunnel. So these ones, both of these are Owl Forest embroidery. Now I got these, I think they were a PDF, and I have a feeling I might be wrong. I think these ones you don't pay for. I think they're freebies on their shop, but then you can send them away for the threads. And the threads are very nice. I don't have any of the threads, but I've heard it's very nice. And the first one I'm going to show you, there's not a big progress on these. The first one is, because I'm using my own threads, own colors, I am going to use some of my variegated DMCs and stuff. It's that one. And that one is called, I think it's the Emerald Forest. Yeah, it was a free chart. And it is all about Dorothy and the Yellow Brick Road and all that business. Look at that. Right? Very pretty. I quite like it. So what I did was I dyed the fabric, again, dyed by me. Let me just get this back in here. Yeah, I started these and I think I worked on them like for a few days and then something distracted me and I didn't go back to it. Very small start. For some reason, it's got Christmas needle minder made by me because of the red shoe for Dorothy. So I've started the log cabin, right, which is just not much really. Just this. I want to get back to this because this is a nice stitch. It's all variegated I'm using. Sorry about the plastic bag. So I haven't done very much. The fabric is dyed by me. It is a 14 count. And because it's called the Emerald Forest, I decided, I'm sure it's called the Emerald Forest. Hold on. Because a lot of this is in Russian. Because they're a Russian company. I'm sure it is called the Emerald Forest. I can't see it in... I can't see the English part on it. You never see things when you want to see them. But it's sparkly Ada, which I get from Wool Warehouse usually by the meter. You know, I buy like a couple of meters every now and again. That's how I buy a lot of my Ada and also my linen. I buy it per meter or sometimes I get it from Lovecrafts. I can't pull it. I'm not going to take it off the thing, but let me see if I can open it up a bit more so you can see the color. It's a pretty color. Very emerald. Bring it in closer. Nice. It'd be nice. Sorry about the creases again. Oh, and this is a Nerge hoop. I think I told you about Nerges before. I get them online. I do like Nerge hoops because you know me and my problems with the ones I couldn't pull off. I remember those ones. You know the one I mean. Q-snap. I have problems, unfortunately, with the Q-snaps. So the other one, which is also from All Forest Embroidery, also it was free and still is available, is this one, which I think is Alice in Wonderland. If I can find the cover, we might be onto something. Let me just pull it out of there. Because you see, you're seeing these with me. We're finding them again together. Oh, don't tell me it's not in here. Hold on. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you do things live in real time, isn't it? That's very annoying. Now, I can't see because it was a stitch along as well. Oh, I remember this now. It's a stitch along, right? So when you go to print it off or whatever, you kind of have to go through because it's a lot. It's lots of pages because like how it worked when they were doing that stitch along is that they would give you like some motifs and then the next time they give you some motifs and anyway, I have got a little image of it here. We'll have to live with this. All right, that's it there. That's how it looks when it's all done. I know it's a bit tiny in there. But it is Alice in Wonderland. For some reason, I want it in pink. I want it pink. And this is, well, I think this is 14 count Ada. Dyed by me. Look at that luscious pink. That's so girly pink. Well, I thought the Queen of Hearts and all that, I wanted it in pink. Now, I'm using my own colors. These hearts here, I'm doing them in a sparkly Gutermann. I think it's a sewing thread, actually. But one of those Crystalina threads. I might have it in the bag, I don't know. And that's 2 shades of green. So that's another one that's nice. Needle minder made by me. There he is, the little rabbit. And yeah, I'm doing it in my own colors. I don't know, let's see. Because I think what I have is a big box. I've got a big box with like threads I've drawn. I didn't bring them down here from my stash, my mix, you know, like my sort of random stash because I keep them separate. One of these days I'll show you how I keep my threads. And these are some of the colors. And so what I do is I pull out a few, because they're sharing the same box of threads that I pulled, you know, with the metallics and the variegated, with the emerald forest, or the emerald road, or whatever the other one was called that I showed you before. So I've got in here things like that, which is, this is a sewing thread. But what I will do, because I think I'm doing it 2/1, yeah, 2/1 Ada, 2 strands. And here, which I don't know if it will show up. Let's try again. You see these leaves here? You probably can't see it. But what I did was I used 1 strand of the CXC or whatever thread, and then 1 strand of this. No, actually, I used 2 strands of this floss, and then 1 strand, because it's very fine. 1 strand of this. Whereas when I was doing the hearts, that thread, the metallic thread, which I don't seem to have in here, it was thicker. So I only use 1 strand of the embroidery thread and 1 strand of that crystallina, which is a type of machine embroidery thread. So, yeah. And it's not in a project bag. It needs a project bag. But it's got a little pouch for its threads. But this one I really want to get back to. And I think I would like to get back to this one this year, because it's a nice stitch. They also have another one on there, which is also free, called Treasure Island, which was a stitch along as well. But I'm not allowed Treasure Island until I get these 2, yeah? I'm not even pulling them down. I'm behaving myself and staying out of mischief. So let's move that. We really can see the bottom of the bucket. And I do have some hole, you know. I don't know what to do about that, whether to show you the hole. Because it's been so long, I'm mindful of the fact that it's been, well, it's almost an hour now. Do you want to see the hole? If I get my skates on and try and get through this bit. Now, this is another designer which will feature in a designer focus, because it's another designer I love, and this is Barbara Anna. I do like Barbara Anna designs. Now, let's see. I got it from the place you really get your Barbara Annas. I mean, Patchwork Rabbit here in the UK. They sell the hard copy patterns, but the main person who distributes her patterns in PDF is Creative Poppy. And this one is called I Give You My Heart. I just love her designs. They're so whimsical. This one, cute. I'm very attracted to the patchwork skirt. And I got it from Creative Poppy. Now, this was an earlier one as well. Needle minder, can't remember. I think it could have been Don't Step on My Needle. Cute. So this is my progress. Now, I don't know what I was thinking, you know. I've got a massive piece of linen, right? How tight is this? I mean, look. Look how big the linen is. Look, right? Muggins here. I don't know what I was thinking. Took my big self and went and just started working in this corner down here. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. There's no border. And I made a mistake in there. So I haven't gone too far. I think this was one of the first times I worked on linen. I think this is a 28 count. I usually can tell by just feeling it around. It's a 28 count Zweigart, and it's one of those mottled ones they do. I can't remember the name of the color. But so that one, I haven't made much headway on Barbara Anna, to be honest. She's one of those designers that I love, but for some reason I haven't been stitching her. I don't know. I might restart that. I'm doing it with my own colors as well. I don't know. Yasmin Made with Love on Flosstube. She does a lot of Barbara Anna. She inspired me, really, to get involved with Barbara Anna, and I seem to collect her patterns very avidly, but I haven't been stitching. However, to save my face and shame, I thought I would show you a Barbara Anna I actually did do and fully finished. Here we go. Can't remember what it was called, but this one you've seen it around. And I had fun with that. I did a lot of customization. Look at these beads. I mean, you wish you could see them in person. They're lovely. I beaded all of this area. So I stitched, but I beaded as well. She's got tiny little gold beads on her shoes. She has got tiny little gold tassel threads that I've used for her laces. What else we got? We got metallic thread here, gold metallic in the light. I'm very pleased with that one. Very pretty. And I decided just to put it in this. And it's in my spare bedroom. Yeah, I laced it at the back. I'll show you flashy because it's not neat. I should really put something to cover. But, oh yeah, and there's little beads in the lantern. Little gold beads here. I don't know if you can see them. And, yeah, and her eyes are bead as well. I really like that one. Didn't take me a huge amount of time to stitch. So, yeah. So, I really would like. There's a lot of them that I love. But I don't know. This year, I think what I'm not going to do is dive into something like a big thing like Barbara Anna. I think I will come around to Barbara Anna. But I'm thinking Barbara Anna might be a next year. Next year. I'm not going to go there. Because I've got a lot. And I want to try and manage this thing down. Oh. For a minute, I thought we had the last one. Well, we only have 2 left. Yay. So, this one now, I even forgot I had it. I didn't even know what it was at first. Then I remembered. And I went and looked it, tried to, because it's a PDF, right? And it is from, Lord, I hope her name is on here. Because I went and tried to print the PDF up again. I'll tell you her name. Yes, it's Caroline Manning. Again, you've seen her designs around. She does fabulous designs. I've got some of her patterns I've got around. You know, I've got her Halloween Village and Christmas Village and some other ones. Anyway, but she's a, you know, a big deal. And this one was one of those flower a day ones that a stitch along that she did. And I got the pattern from her on PDF, right? So what it is with her, if you buy a PDF from her, you kind of like have an account, and then you can go back and what's the right word? Access it again over and over again if you need to. So in case you lose your PDF or something. But what happened with this one, it's really weird, right? Because I printed it off, because you know me, I'm a paper girl. Printed it off, and I was expecting to have the cover sheet, you know, like the overall finish, and I didn't have it in here. So I went back into my account and I reprinted it yesterday, and it's come off again, but it doesn't print the cover sheet, which is weird. So what I'm going to do, now this is a big piece. It's not massive, but just to give you an idea, I mean, you can look it up. It's called A Flower a Day, and it's Caroline Manning. So I'm going to flash one page of the chart just so you get an overall idea, and then I'll show you my progress, right? So basically, it looks a bit like that. If you can stitch from that, good luck. And the idea is that you just do one flower every day, just one. So basically, what I'm using thread-wise is I decided just to use up my real short ends. You know, like, I don't know if you get them, but sometimes I have what they call, I've got like a bag of nubbings, you know, little bits. And so things like that. Looks like somebody's hair. But you see, they're very short lengths of threads. And you don't do a lot of stitching in each flower. So I thought this could be a nice project, you know, to get rid of, use up some of these nubbings. There's some other ones there. These are not really nubbings, but, you know, the colors are so nice. I thought it'd be a nice one to use it up, but clearly I didn't get very far. So this I'm working on, and I think the reason why I put this down was because it's a 32 count linen Zweigart, dyed by me. And I think, to be honest, it was when I first started using linen, and I was not comfortable. I'm more comfortable now. So that's my progress, which is dinky. Look at it, I've got one flower. I mean, seriously. Well, that's another little flower, so not much. And you see, it's not very big. Or maybe, I think what I did actually, because you can stitch as much or as little as you want, right? I think I decided just to do a small part of it. But I like the linen. The linen is nice. And actually, if we were to take some of these colors and just do a floss toss, I think it will be very pretty if ever I get my finger out and get it done. I'll just show it a little bit. Hang on. So if you imagine, that's the fabric, and you know, you can see how the colors are gonna look pretty on there. So yeah, at some point I would like to come back to it because it's not difficult. It's very easy. The idea is to use it like a sort of limbering up exercise. Funny little needle minder, little spring bun. Can't remember where it came from. Might have been made by me or might have been a gratuity, because sometimes when I buy needle minders, I'm just putting these away. When I buy a minder from, you know, my regular suppliers, they must recognize me. They send me the odd little tiny free gift, which is really nice. If I buy, you know, a few. Because I'm quite loyal. I've got about 4 minder makers who I love and buy a lot from. And the rest of the time, I make my own. I make a lot of my own. Now, this is the last one. I'm looking around. I cannot believe it, guys. We got to the bottom of the barrel. Now, this is a recent start. This is a recent start. Now, this one is a bit of a curiosity. I went into the range, which is like a sort of multi-purpose department store here, right, in this country, in the UK. And I saw this, and it was $7.99. And I'm thinking, it's a cross-stitch kit, a whole kit, $7.99. When I bought it, I realized it was a stamped kit. And I've never worked on a stamped kit before. But I thought, well, hold on, sorry, just grab a drink. Oh, just get a drink, quick. You can have a drink as well. Just some apple juice. Pop it back over there out the way. Because you don't want drinks getting on your way. Yes, so anyway, when I bought it, right, I realized it was a stamp kit. And I've never worked on a stamp kit before. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I like it. I think it's quite nice. It's sort of like a postmodernist type thing. It reminds you of the 1960s, doesn't it? Those acrylic paintings from the 1960s. But I quite liked it. They're still there. And believe it or not, for $7.99. $7.99. British pounds. It came with all of this. Look. I mean, seriously, they still have it in there. They have some other ones as well. Because I bought a couple of gnome kits from them. They were even cheaper. All of this thread. And what I found with it, when my husband, because in the winter my husband had a hip replacement, and I took it to the hospital on the day when I was waiting for him in his room. He's fine, by the way. He had it in February. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Right? And it does have a chart as well, like, you know, a normal gridded thing that you can follow. And then you just fill in the colors according to, you know, like we do normally. But the difference is you're filling it in. It's like painting by numbers. According to them, they say it's a no count cross stitch. Don't you believe it? I wouldn't personally recommend just stitching without counting. I mean, it is very pretty. The colors are nice and the thread stitch up nice. It's not DMC. I reckon it's probably a sexy look-alike Chinese thing. But it's nice. The colors are very pretty and I enjoy working on it. And it's a nice one to work on, like if you're tired or if you're chatting to people. But you do have to, because the colors, like where they paint it on, are very close, right? Like these pinks. I wouldn't rely on just doing that. I do double check to make sure I put the right number of stitches in. But it's nice. It's a very nice one and very good value. Extremely good. So I can recommend that from the range. And I think their pot is going to be, I want that in black. Like a dark charcoal. I think they're great. They've got in a pale grey. I don't want that. I want it to be quite strong. So, boys and girls, if you have made it, that is the WIP Parade. Can you believe it? I knew it was going to be epic, but I didn't know it was going to be this epic. It's like Gone with the Wind, isn't it? I don't know if you ever watched that film. It's like a Hollywood epic. So we've made it. We did it. What I'm going to do going forward, obviously I'm off to my two weeks tour of Scotland. It's a holiday. And I will be doing a Come With Me for that. I probably, because you've had a bit of a bumper time of videos, because I've been so behind with my spring shows, you know, and everything getting in the way, and we had problems with the broadband, so of course you've had a real feast, but that's not going to be normal. So I'm hoping to keep on broadcasting every 2 weeks. So Scotland, you shouldn't have a broadcast next week. You will have Scotland on Sky, because I'm going up to Glencoe. And then, I'm going to Dumfries and Galloway first in Scotland. We're leaving very early on Monday. The cats are being babysat by Auntie Kim up the road, so they're not coming. And we're going to Dumfries and Gallery to visit an old craft friend of mine, which she used to do all the shows, but she's long since retired, and it's going to be adorable to see Janet. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Janet. She used to make beautiful leather coats, and now she works. She still works. She's in her 80s, but she still works. She does open studios. She makes things in Scottish tweed, clothes to order and stuff. Anyway, it's going to be good to see her and to see Dumfries and Galloway. We're spending 2 nights there, and then we're going to go up to the Highlands, up to Glencoe to see our auntie and cousins. So that's going to be nice to see the kids and spend some time with them. We're going on a riverboat trip on one of the locks, so I'll record a bit of that. And then we're going to leave them, and then we're going to head and spend a week resting, R&R, stitching, walking, self-catering, because our caravan is well equipped to the kitchen and everything. We're just going to relax and enjoy being up in Scotland on the Isle of Skye. So that'll be really good. A prelude to the crazy summer shows, but we won't think about that. So yeah. So that's that. Now, those of you who are interested in my haul, then you can hang around. I know we're over an hour on this third part, I think, of the WIP Parade. But if you want to hang around for haul, then that's great, because I've got some things to show. So I think this video is going to be about an hour and a half. It's going to be a long one. Hopefully Simon will be able to get it up, because we've got a new mobile router, because it was very slow getting these videos up. So without further ado, before I go off, because maybe some of you are going, those of you who are leaving us, because you might want to go and watch another Flosstube. Thank you so much for joining. As I said, thank you to all of my new subscribers. Stitching with My Little for shouting me out. I am so touched. Really, I think they're a lovely pair. That's so kind of them. You need all the encouragement when you first start. Yes, so all of you have a lovely time till we see you. I see you next time. Those of you who are staying, let's crack on with the haul. So the first thing I'm going to show you. So last weekend, right, we went away. I don't know if I told you on one of my videos. I have no idea. We went up to explore a bit of Yorkshire. So we went up to North Yorkshire. And I stayed by the sea at one of, we just had a few days moving around the coast. I went into their W.H. Smith's. Now, I'd already been in, W.H. Smith's is a news agent in the UK. I went in there because I get my Just Cross Stitch magazine in there, right? And I thought, why are you going in there, Arlene? You've had everything this month. There's nothing to be had. Well, I'm glad I went in. Look. Oh, sorry. This is not the one I was going to show you. Oh, dear. I'll come to the one I was going to show you in a minute. I found a particular magazine in there, which I hopefully did bring down now. I told you. I picked this up as well last month. Cross Stitching magazine. And in particular, I'm interested because it's a Rendale special. And you know how I do like Rendale. So I'm hoping to stitch that. The other thing I was going to show you is this. I picked this up in a place called Home Bargains here in the UK. Sorry, the magazine is sliding off. And what it is, it's an I think it was less than £5. It's a little tray, and it's a settee tray. Yeah, you just put it over the handle of the settee and it's sort of clamp under. It's a great little stitchy tray. But then I thought you could, because it's just got little hinges on it. If you didn't want to use it that way, you could take these off, get rid of the legs, and you could just use it as a stitchy tray. Or you could use it as one of those stitchy trays if you're that way inclined, where you put your embroidery, your cross stitch inside. But that's from, and they had it in grey, white, and can't remember which other colour. But that was in Home Bargains. And what else did I get? This, $2.99. It's an easel. Yeah, $2.99. I thought that'd be nice for a display as well. Yeah. I got that from the range. And that was in where they sell all this stuff for weddings and that. What else have I got in here? We've got quite a bit of fabric, actually. Hang on. I've had a lot of haul. This all happened because normally I don't have this much haul. But you know, it's where we were traveling around the country. And then I was just lucky. I just struck it lucky. Now, this whole lot, honestly, the bill, £20. £20. And in fact, I also had a little tote bag as well. This is from the charity shop or the thrift shops. Check this out, guys. I was so lucky. There were £4 a pack for these. Look at this. And there are good cuts in there, you know. I'm not taking them out of the bag. Can you believe it? Look. Moda fabric as well. Now I've got a big stash of fabric, so I have no business buying fabric. But you know, at that price, I was not going to say no. And you can see they're big blues. Nice for finishing off smalls, isn't it? All of this lot. And I bought some other bits, and the whole bill was £20. Look at that. And this is just one of the villages up from me. The next village along. Heading in a westerly direction from my village. Another little fen village. And they have one, just the one charity shop there, which I visit sometimes. I got that. Nice for the prints. That is a cream. That one. Seriously, all this. Shocking. You must never pass your thrift shop, you know, because sometimes you don't find nothing in there, right? But what you got to lose? So that's that. What else have I got? I got this fabric. I got loads of fabric this month for some reason, just by chance. Then, as you know, I had said that I don't know if I told you, but I went to that quilt exhibition, which I need to share some pictures with you, but maybe on another video because this one is so long. Because I'm trying to race along now, so we don't go too far more. So when I was showing at this, I was showing my artwork. I had a little stand there. There was this craft group showing their makes, you know, their little things, all sorts of stuff that they made in their group, and they were selling them. But what they also had, one of their members sadly had passed, or no, she hadn't passed away, but she had downsized severely. So she donated a whole load of fabrics to their craft group to sell off and give the money to the air ambulance charity. And I picked up, these were 75 pence per fat quarter. I picked up these. I was very controlled. I didn't go crazy. Now, these ones here look like linen, yes, but they're duebos. They're Japanese duebos. And they're normally very expensive. Very. This one as well is a duebo. And it's a lot of people who, I don't know if those who know about applique and know about the quilt thing, they feature them a lot in people like Yoko Seato's work. She has lots of books, like one of her famous books is Houses, 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 which I do have. I didn't really buy it necessarily for that, but I knew they were a good buy, and I know I can use them in my primitives, you know, some of my finishes. So that was that. I mean, I don't even know how much that was. Not a lot. Then I went into Yorkshire Trading in town to get something else, and this was ever so cheap as well. I can't remember. I mean, seriously, under a £5, I saw this and I had to have that. Chickens, are they cute? So I got that. I also got this one, which is a really nice fabric, and I might send a piece of this down to Kayla and Lauren, because sometimes I send them bits and bobs, and because I've got more than I can use, you know. I send them stuff, and I love those two girls, so there you go. Got Little Mermaids, and there's more than enough, because I could only buy half a meter, and I think it was, she didn't say how much it was. I think this was probably £3, if that. I mean, you know, it's doubled over, and look at it. Got Little Mermaids on. So, that's that. And what else? And then I had some ribbon. Nice for autumn. Finishing off some stand-ups and Halloween. That wasn't a lot of money either. Can't remember how much it was, but it was from the range again. What else have I got? Oh, got more. Shocking. Yes, I had a bit of a binge, but it wasn't. Oh, and when I was in Darlington, which is also in Yorkshire, which is where we went to the spa, I went to a fabulous, fabulous shop, which the haul from that is going to be shown on Arlene Wild Art, because the fabrics are for that. But I thought I'd show you my other fabrics that I got, which I can use in my craft, you know. I got that one. I think that's so sweet. Little circus. I think I've got some more fabric like it, but not in the range, but not the same print. That one, which is a batik. Very pretty. This one with little animals on. Some of these I'm thinking about making some totes, you know, for myself again, or some project bags. I might use some of them for that. The hedgehog. These were, oh Lord, and I can't remember the name of the shop either. They do sell online, but it's better to buy in the store. Got that one and that one. Okay. So those were nice. And then one of the places I went to visit in Yorkshire, because I'm going to have to put some pictures on. I think I might, I don't know. I'll have to try and figure out how I can weave the pictures in, because I don't know about you. I like seeing different places I've never been to. So when we were on our Yorkshire tour, when we left Darlington, if you look on the map, and we were heading down towards Scarborough, we went to a place called Stades. And as an artist, I've always wanted to go there because it's a wonderful place. Lots of people have, it's a harbour, an old fishing village. So when I went to Stades, there was a little craft shop there. This is the lady. She might sell online. I don't know. I bought from this lady. And I wanted a little memento of Stades. And also, I found a project bag. So look, cutie, cutie. Look at all of those guys. I thought that was nice. All the little poses. And I can't remember how much that was. £8.50. And it's a nice, big, very sturdy bag. And it's got a gusset, so you can get a lot in. So I got that from Stades. And then, I decided it needs a needle minder. So I bought a badge to match. Little man, I'm covering up his head. That I'm going to turn into a needle minder. And then I got some floss drops, some floss drop blings. Well, they're key rings. That one to match. And that one. And they were quite cheap. I think they were £1. No, I think the badge was £1. I can't remember how much these were. So those would make floss bling or bag pulls or something like that. So let's pop that away. I don't think I got any patterns in this, although I did get the Fido patterns that I showed you in the WIP Parade. So I did get something. I got those 2 kits in my little one. My friend Amanda bought me that, gave me as a present as well. So that's not, I didn't pay for that, but because I have a lot of these A4 plastic things in my studio, and she gave me this. You put it together and then you can carry them around. So that was from Amanda. Oh, and in this box, and I haven't got anything to open it with, you know. Shameful. I might have to show you in another sitting. In this box is another set. That's how they come from AliExpress of all the numbers of DMC in CXC. And I pay less than £20 for that, including postage. And it was here within 2 weeks, but I haven't got anything to open it with. Because I was going to do an opening with you, but, you know, and time is ticking, so I'm not going to keep you any longer than we need to be kept. Oh, my, there's lots of presents. This was a present also. This lady does some cute kits. Corinne Lapierre. Lapierre. And it's a little pin cushion. You embroider. And it's got everything you need in the box, except your scissors. So that was a present. That was from Amanda, because I bought her some things. So I said to her, oh, don't give me any money. We saw it at Wisley, you know, RHS Wisley, and she bought it in the shop for me. Now, the other thing I was going to show you, quick, is one of my friends who runs, oh, it's so sad, Art Van Gogh, which is this business that I bought over the years. I mean, ever since probably 30 odd years, I've had a relationship with them, but they're closing down. So I went to visit them at their studios in Hertfordshire and said goodbye. You know, well, I'll see them around somewhere, but they were having a bit of a clearance. So I bought some dies. I'm going to show you 2 of the colors because I haven't got any, for some reason, I haven't got any lemon Procyon. This is one of the dies I use. And we will, as I said, I've already done a video of dyeing, which will be released soon. So I got some Procyon colors that I didn't have, about 4 of those. And then I got this. Now, you know, I tell you I had a quickie dye, but I haven't explained what quickie dyeing is. It's where I short circuit the process. So she sold me them because the ones I've been using for my quickie dyeing are okay, but I'm not sure of what the quality of them is. But this is a jacquard set, and all the colors are intermixable. So I haven't tested them yet. I haven't even opened them yet, but they were heavily reduced. I mean, they're normally $16.95, and I paid £6.40. They're called Art Van Gogh. I don't know what they have left on there. Art Van Gogh. I don't know if they've got much left on the website because they've been selling off all their wares. Because they're going to retire. They're going to move on to other ventures. I think that is the only. There's some other haul in there, but not relevant to you here on this channel. More relevant to my arty friends on the other channel, the mixed media people. Let's see if there's anything else in here quick before I go and leave you in peace. Hold on. Oh, I got these as well. specifically for Peter Rabbit, because some of my Peter Rabbits I am going to do, because I've got like these ones, which I have again. So that's for my Peter Rabbit. I'll show them again, because I'm going to do another update on Peter Rabbit. So you get another chance. I'm going to do them quick, because I'll put them. Little Peter. These are some that I stitched a couple of years ago, actually, but they're not finished, obviously, because until they're made into some things, I'm going to make them into maybe some pillows. So what I did was I got a few things, like I got that for Peter to hang on his tree, his thing, you know. And I got a few fabrics as well to back any pillows from Peter. Let me just quick get them in some sort of semblance of order for you. Just some of these were reduced, actually. Sorry. See? Peter Rabbity type things, the strawberries, that's a red one. So they're getting my Peter Rabbit box. Bit of tape ribbon, which I have dyed, I've aged it. And then the last thing I got for the Peter Rabbit pile was this. I can't remember how much it was so cheap. It wasn't very expensive. To mount maybe one of my stitcheries. I like these wooden things. Range sells a lot of them. They do sell them in Hobbycraft, but be careful. They can be a bit pricey. Check Range first. I always go to Hobbycraft. Look, Hobbycraft is a hobby shop here, like how you in the US have Hobby Lobby. We have Hobbycraft. So I go in there and look if I see anything. Then I go to the Range, because in Lincoln, right, which is my city, they're just like on the same business park. So I go into Hobbycraft first, look at the price, look at what they have. Then I go to the Range, and if it's cheaper in the Range, I buy it in the Range. And oftentimes, to be honest, I find the stuff in the Range craft area. We're very lucky. We have a big Range here. It's on 2 floors, and the craft department is massive, because we have the university, you see, and the college, and I think they get a lot of the students. So that's Peter Rabbit's haul to enhance his stash. Because as you know, I subscribe to the Peter Rabbits, right? So, yeah, I need to pick up the pace with Peter. I want to finish my baby sampler first that I'm doing for the baby coming in July. Then Peter is going to fill that slot. I think Peter does need to come in. Now, let's see if there's anything else. And I'm going to love you and leave you. Hang on, because I've got quite a few bits here. But I'm just going to pull out the relevant stuff, the best bits. I think... Oh, hold on. Oh, yes. This is the last thing I'm going to show you. So you remember I started the story about WIP Smiths. So yes, I went into Scarborough, went to WIP Smiths. I thought, Arlene, you've already bought the 2 cross-stitch magazines for this month. What do you think you're going to find? Found that. And it's still in the shops. You can still get it. Margaret Sherry. Now, I have seen her work around, and unfortunately, she has passed. But they did like a special. Now, on Cotton Club Crafts, they also do, they do kits, you know, her kits. And there's some of the others that are in the book. If you like that sort of quirky style. I think the magazine was £10. Well worth it. Well worth it. So that was a really nice find. And you know the other thing that was in there, right? Like, they have like these templates for doing, I don't know if I can find it, like, if you wanted to, you could create the special mounts. I don't know if I can see it in here, because I don't want to show you any of the charts, obviously. And it's full of charts. It's chock full. I mean, seriously, it's good value for money. I can't find the thing. They have some pages in here, basically, where you can make your own window mounts. You know, like they've given you, because she has a style where she has like a decorative mount, if you want to do it, or greetings cards as well. But I can't see it at the minute, and I don't want to. Oh, here we go. Like so. So you can photocopy it onto a card and cut it out, the aperture, and make it, you know, put your cross stitch in there. You know, if you did a card for somebody or something. But I can highly recommend, if you like this style. I love it. It's cute. Cute and quirky. I mean, I like this one, but I'm going to get rid of the balloons when I do it and put something else in there that's a bit more, because I wouldn't cross stitch that. The other thing to show you, we're nearly done now, is this, because I don't want to go over an hour and a half. I picked this up in the Works, which is a discount bookshop here, and it's it is by, oh, what's her name? Emma Condon. Cross stitch from the heart. Most of you are familiar with her work. Lovely. In fact, I think maybe, hold on, bear with. Yes, those are the designs in the book. I've got all of her books now. I've only got one, as you know, on the go, which is the Halloween one. Lots of people have stitched her stuff. Definitely good value. So the last thing we're going to leave you with is a joke. So you all realize I'm a little bit quirky, right? And I'm a bit of a free spirit. And if I like it, I'm going to get it. I don't care. I'm not really bothered. If it makes me smile, that's good enough for me. I'm not going to show you what's in the bag as such because it has all of my winnies. And I will show you my winnies on another sit-in. But I'm going to show you one thing out of the bag. So that's my little Winnie. This is not the funny thing. This is my Winnie the Pooh stash of Winnie because I love Winnie. So that's Winnie and Piglet and Co. live in there, right? They're kids. I'll show you them some other time. So anyway, I was in Yorkshire trading, right? And I'm always on the lookout for project bags because I'm always carrying my projects on the go. I'm always on the go, right? And I thought, oh, look at that. I love it. I'm having that for my Winnies. Get ready, okay? These were $2.99 and they're kids' bags. Oh, Peppa Pig. My husband thinks I'm crazy. I thought that would make a cute project bag. Look at it. I could carry it around with me. It's got little pouches and everything. And I just love it. And it's a satiny fabric. And it's really well made, you know. $2.99 in Yorkshire Trading. So that's going to turn a few heads when I'm out and about with my stitchery. And then, as if one was not enough, because you can't travel alone. So then I got, no, this one I don't like the material as much as Peppa. Little Winnie with his ear. And so I thought, perfect. Because in that bag I showed you, I've got several several Winnie the Pooh ones, which I haven't started yet. So, guys, it's been a long one. I'm so grateful. I mean, the only thing I've ever known longer than this is when Ronnie went away one time on Garon. And Gary was clearly lonely. I'm missing Ronnie, yes. So he said, oh, will you all keep me company? And I spent the whole weekend watching him. We watched together while he went through all of his WIPs. I think, and it took 3 hours. Well, this has probably been 3 hours in bits. So I'm really, really thankful for those of you who hung around and hope you enjoyed it. I'm very grateful as well because I really need to do this exercise that needed to be done. And doing it with company is always better than doing it on your own. So from the Fens here in Lincolnshire, I bid you goodbye until the next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, if you do like the video, please do give me a thumbs up. It really is encouraging if I know that you did enjoy it, because that's a big part of it, you know, to share. But have a good week, whatever you're doing, and weekend, if you do watch this on the weekend. And next time you see me, I will be in Bonnie, Scotland. So until then, take care. All the best. Until next time. Bye-bye.